Got my window
Welcome
open
to,
beside me. Tell me it's an issue.
Hey guys, here we are. We're live. This is us, and
Seamless.
We're playing the Tower Run. So let me throw this new campaign, the Tower Run, over to our fabulous DM, Nick.
Hi guys, my name's Nick, and I will be not your DM. I will be your DC, your dungeon curator. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just want to make it nice for you guys.
So nice.
So if you guys, everyone's ready to jump right in?
We're going on a holiday.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, I will start us off. Perception is a curious thing. If you aren't tuned into the world around you or the people that inhabit and fill it, it's an inevitability that you'll miss something important. On the other hand, if you take notice of every instance, every detail, each individual little happenstance, your purview will be overrun by the minutiae. Each innocuous occurrence and coincidence can be mistaken for something of dire importance. And conversely, world-altering intentions can slip through the cracks, seemingly harmless until their machinations are fully realized. The ability to discern between the two and take action to effect change is what separates the heroes and the villains from the masses. This is the Tower Run. Welcome to Cyrule, a world that contains all the familiar fantasy tropes that you know and love. This continent has been through undead armies, tyrannical dragon overlords, celestial subterfuge, infernal invasions, the dawn of Magitech, and elemental chaos that literally ripped the landscape in half. Also, all forest gnomes are the size of garden gnomes due to a poorly worded wish spell, but that is neither here nor there and will play no part in this story whatsoever. You can ask more about it later. It's a great story. We begin our story not in the frozen tundras of Frostwind, not on the Azarian archipelago's tropical islands, or the decimated mage wastes, or high atop the Yasmite Mountains. Our story begins down here, in the capital city of Felalalon, a formerly elven city that now serves as the capital of the Cyrulean government of Sarissa Valgora. Past the high outer walls of the city that have quashed many a hill giant attack, through the slums filled with urchins dreaming of their future orphanic rise to greatness, beyond the barracks which house the eldritch knights that bravely defend the realm from extraplanar threats, past all of these places, our tale begins in the usually bustling marketplace. Cobblestone streets, small kiosks and shops. However, the shopkeepers and patrons you would expect to inhabit the square are not participating in the buying and selling of bits and baubles and magical whatnots. They are fleeing. The crunching cacophony of a building being sundered echoes through the usually peaceful city, sending its citizens scattering. All but a stalwart group of 4 who stand prepared, unwavering, ready. We zoom in on our heroes just as they roll initiative. And I'm going to get you guys to roll initiative.
Just in case there's a combat. I hate fleas.
All right, feel free to call out those initiatives. Oh, yes, it tracks it on the tracker.
It's tracking.
D&D Beyond, you're wonderful. All right, music's not too loud or too quiet. Please let me know if it is.
Love it. Where is this initiative tracker?
Oh, it is for me and not you.
I see it on the D&D Beyond game log.
That also was not a question, Nick, from Eyva, right? She's like, wait a minute, where is the tower on this map? Was not a question. Where is? I don't see the turn tracker.
Yeah. How do I take someone out of it?
I'm batting 1,000 for questions today, guys.
That was a question.
Actually,
Don't let him bully you.
That's
Eyva.
batting 0. Eyva, you struck out twice.
Yeah, that was my sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
All right, we are started up here. Okay. The sound of something colossal and metallic crushing stone is approaching at an alarming rate. I'll put you down on the map, on the correct map. This is my first time running a game like this, so all of your patience is hugely appreciated. Do y'all see a little town? Y'all see the little square? Yeah, awesome. And there we go. And you
I
go
wasn't
away.
yet beyond, sorry.
And I go away. And so, yeah, we've joined our heroes right here. I am going... So, yeah, you'll notice that the squares there, they are 5-foot squares. I am going to be playing pretty loosey-goosey with distance, at least for this first session. So, yeah, I'll just reserve judgment calls, but for the most part, the measuring tool that you have, as well as just counting squares, will be accurate. Don't worry about angles. Very cool. Awesome. So, as I mentioned a moment ago, the sound of something colossal and metallic crushing stone is approaching at an alarming rate. You see dust burst up from this direction over here, just beyond this blue building. And suddenly, a giant sphere of bronze, iron, and copper rolls into what you know is a bank, sending rubble and clay roof tiles flying. The construct comes to a complete stop, wedged into the building, until along the seams of its periphery, an arcane blue light brilliantly glows, and 6 massive bladed legs jut out. They extend from the machine, lifting it off the ground and starting to walk it forward over this building like some overinflated spider thing. As it nears, a glass-like bubble rises from the top of the sphere, revealing its all too familiar operator. And then this works because I can highlight it and turn it not invisible. God, technology. And y'all can zoom right in on this. And you see, in this glass-like bubble atop the sphere, Dr. Augustus Whoopsidist, the Mad Artificer. You hear a voice come out over speakers. It goes, "Nyah! You'll never stop me this time, heroes. I'm afraid you'll find my Dominomicron quite impenetrable." The machine advances several more feet, and we are at the top of initiative with Zim. Would you please name and describe your character to us?
Yeah, certainly. My character is, and they're a frog person. Technically, a grung. And they're in the process, or they thought they were in the process, of finding a nice sealed jar of chocolate-covered grasshoppers that they were just getting a good price on here. When they turn around and they see this thing, does know this this artificer? Are they notorious? Do we know them?
You as a party, a stalwart followers of, not followers, employees of one Shaq Virdak, adventuring aficionado,
yes,
have dealt with Augustus Whoopsidist several times before.
Wait a minute, that last name again? What was that last name again?
Whoopsidist? Whoopsidist. If you want it spelled, that would be WHUPSADZZT.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all yours. I hope that clears everything up.
It does.
Yes, there was the time that he tried to turn the entire water supply into a giant health potion and then sell it back to the community. There was the time that he tried to deforest the entirety of the Fenarian wood in an effort to find a werewolf enclave. Mm-hmm. You have foiled many a plan of Augustus Wupsidist. Unfortunately, this time, as he pointed out, he's gotcha.
Okay. Is this a friendly encounter? Like, do I need to knock him out non-lethally, or should I, try to kill this artificer?
It's totally up to you.
Great. Then I'm gonna climb over, just charge right on over to this thing. And you say it's walking on blades, like legs?
Yeah, so it's this humongous ball that's got 6 of these bladed legs, kind of walking it up. It itself is about 5 feet off the ground, and it is about 30 feet across. That's too big. It's about 20 feet across.
Okay, yeah.
And then he's in top in a little, what looks to be a little glass bubble.
Yeah, bubble.
Up atop this thing, about 20 feet.
As charges forward, they will say, "Look, it's like another time for us to deal with this artificer," and they're going to just try taking out one of the legs to start.
Very cool.
So
go ahead.
Two-handed, sort of long sword attack. 21 to hit, I guess.
21 is indeed gonna hit.
Okay. Then that's that. 13 damage.
13 points of damage.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
And, I think that worked pretty well. So they'll just swing and hack at the same leg. So they're just focusing on one leg, going for mobility here. It's a 14, though.
A 14. So that first one, ting, and you snap one of the little wires that bring power to the joints. That shoots out, starts shooting some oil everywhere. That second one brings up solid on the that metallic leg and does not hit.
Oh. And they'll just kind of like hold their position. They're kind of like checking this out. Just that'll end this turn.
Very cool. All right, next. Oh my god, it works. This is so cool. Next up, Marty, why don't you describe your character? Oh, I'm not picking you up at all. Oop. All right, and so ends the tale of Marty's
That was
character.
the shortest-lived character I've ever seen. Marty, is your mic working?
I think
There.
so.
There we go.
Welcome back.
All right. So
C'est bon.
Zorrinn is a young but very beefy 6'4", gem dragonborn with amethyst ancestry, and basically is very martial, very practical. There's not much adornment besides the weapons he uses and the armor he has, which are a very fine make. So he wears a chainmail and a good old sword and board. So he has a shield and a long sword. And he just sighed like, once again we shall stop your ploy. It is fated. As he starts moving towards the Mad Artificer.
You better stay sharp, Paladin, because I'm on a roll.
Oh no.
As sharp as always. So as I cast Hunter's Mark, I don't know if that cast correctly. I think it did.
Heck yeah.
Alright, and I'm gonna attack them, getting used to D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. You should try it out and sponsor this. D&D Beyond, please hire me.
I'm gonna say D&D Beyond a lot.
D&D Beyond.
I really want to meet Amy Vorpal. 27 to hit, absolutely hits, and 7, that's 11 damage.
Yeah, and I should roll the d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Roll that d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Wondering to everyone. Roll. So 4 more damage. And I've got a second attack. That's a 16 hit.
16 much. Yeah, so you come in from that other side, just like. Am I saying that right? Good.
A little more
correct?
of a glottal kind of. Get it. That's it. Back of the
All right,
throat.
well, that's
it.
all right. We're going to be on a different website. Eat that up. Much like that first one, you hit something important. You see sparks fly, but that second one, you bring as you hit that vital part, those exposed wires and servos, a metallic sheath kind of shifts and blocks that second attack. Unfortunately, a 16 does not hit.
Stop with your tricks. As my turn, Zorrinn's turn is it.
Beautiful. All right. From the back of the pack, Belle, would you please describe your character?
Very well. Elvis is an old man. He has a plethora of weapons. Amongst his favorite is a musket, carries, as well as a long hunting rifle, which is currently strapped across his back. He also carries a handful of daggers and a pouch at his side, but rarely have you seen him use them. He has, on his pack, also strapped a shield. He wears studded leather armor. His hair, white with a smattering of pepper in there, is kept neatly in a crew cut, and it's shifted slightly to the left. You can tell that he is experienced beyond his years, though his years are also considerable. He's lived through quite a lot. As he sees this monstrosity, he calls out, "Careful, you two." He did say it was impenetrable, and he's going to fall back to cover. Although in the back of his mind, he also notices something and says, "Mirabelle, I wonder if he's dropped anyone off inside the bank as he readies a shot." So, first of many blows to come, I fire. With this attack, I would like to do a couple things. Firstly, I'm going to use a grit point. Make this into a Deadeye shot, meaning that I have advantage on the attack.
Deadeye.
How do I do D&D Beyond advantage?
Shift and click. Control is disadvantage.
Thank you very much. So, shot with the musket. That's not a shift and click. What happened? I'll just roll it again.
Cool.
20.
20 absolutely hits.
Well, there's a couple things that will happen with this then.
Oh, good.
Firstly, it's going to be a goading attack. Meaning
All
that
right.
I can expend my superiority die. He has to make a saving throw. For mechanics, I'll just speak normally. It's getting hard to keep up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Wait. You're a gunslinger and a battle mat? Oh,
I took superior technique.
Yeah, all right. No, I got you.
Yeah.
Guys, this is going to be a really, really short campaign.
Wisdom saving throw, please. DC 17.
One wisdom saving throw from the... You're attacking the machine, yes?
Yeah, that is correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm aiming for... Let's aim for the glass bubble atop, if I can call that out.
Okay. You absolutely can. Yeah, and if that's what you want to do, awesome.
Yeah.
In that case, your bullet ricochets off of the glass bubble.
Good to know. Well, in that case, as I am a dread ambusher, I get an extra weapon attack this turn. So, giving that up, I'm going to fight as the others have been doing, and I'm going to aim for the leg next to Gur. With this particular attack, I am going to also make it a Deadeye shot, but
Cool.
It's also going to be a sharpshooter shot.
Hell yeah.
So, let me see if Alt is the one. Roll advantage? Nope, still not Alt. Let me see
Try
roll.
right-clicking on the plus 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was initiative. That's my bad.
Yeah. It should be if you float over +9 and hit shift.
Oh, there we
should
go.
Let you go. Yeah.
I can just change it. I can just right-click and change it. Okay.
There you
we go. Okay. So that
We're all
is
learning.
a 20 because of my sharpshooter.
20 is gonna hit
It's the leg.
the big boy.
And
Yep.
when I hit him with an attack roll, I'm going to mark that machine as my favorite enemy, which means
Awesome.
I do d4 damage.
Yep.
And let me see if I'm forgetting. Sorry, first time, new character.
This is technically our session 0 for the next 14 minutes.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I forgot to cast Hunter's Mark, so I will do that after my attack here.
Now, casting Hunter's Mark will drop your favorite.
Oh, that's true. They're both concentration. No, hang on.
Mhm.
Favorite foe, as if I were concentrating on a spell.
Yep.
Okay.
So the way to break the system is to already have Hunter's Mark cast, hit them, then switch to favorite foe, and that's how you get to roll both at the same time.
But you'd break your Hunter's Mark.
But you break your Hunter's Mark. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
I read your character sheet, bruh.
Yeah, I thought it was a spell. My bad.
No,
All right.
it's all good.
He was prepared.
I love it. So, that is going to be 13 plus a 1d4 is 16 plus 10 is 26 points of damage.
Oh, baby. Yeah, you see that bullet flies through the air, hits that knee, and one buckles down, drops the whole machine down a few feet, and then it kind of regathers itself and straightens up. But this thing doesn't like that.
Is that leg still? It's still on though. It's not.
It
severed.
is still technically on, but you see that like sparks are flying out. It's leaking. It's limping.
Well, I'm going to shoot it again. Same leg. That worked very well. I'm going to do it again. Shooter. 30. Oh,
13
sorry.
more.
30 to hit.
13 to hit. Unfortunately, yeah.
30. 30.
Oh, 30? Yeah, 30 definitely hits. Yeah. Let me double check. Yep.
Well then, that is going to be. Let me just see. First time on each of my turns. Okay, so that's it. All right, 18 points of damage.
Ooh, baby. 18 points of damage. Alrighty. Anything else on your turn?
Yes, I'm not liking this favorite foe. I'm going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on Dr. Whoopsidizit.
Perfect. Dr. Augustus Whoopsidizit. He shouts out, "Oh, so you think you're all hot stuff, old man? Well, call me Butter because I'm on a roll."
He said it again.
And I'm going to crouch behind this cover.
And you crouch successfully. Okay, next up, as the machine starts to gear up for something to happen, it is still a little bit slow. And Eyva, why don't you describe your character to us, as it is your turn? I love that you all beat me in initiative. This is the perfect television opening. This is great.
I'm not the tallest. I'm pretty fair, and I got red hair and half plate armor with a big shield because I'm kind of small that has this symbol of Corellion, and a little tiny dagger that looks like it's about 50 years old.
Nice. And your character's name?
I am Mirabelle Glowstar! Also sounds very correct.
Gotcha.
And I'll walk forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I will raise my dagger up, and as a bolt of radiant light comes down. I need a dexterity save for my sacred flame
One dexterity save.
from the guy.
That, my dear friends, is indeed a natural 20. Your radiance rolls down, but dissipates over the top of this metal construct. And you hear a voice over speakers say, "Yeah, you better head to a roller rink there, my dear, because I'm on a roll."
Oh no.
You might be on a roll, but I'm not out of spells, and I will make a big flaming sword, spiritual sword, come up right behind him
Heck yeah.
and attack one of the legs.
Go for it.
From the back. Alright, make sure. Ah, damn it. Does a 13 hit?
Unfortunately, a 13 glances off this armored colossal creature.
Okay, that is it.
And that is the end of your turn. Well, my heroic fools, time to roll out the big guns. And you see this this large construct starts swinging its two free arms. It is going to make a couple attacks. The first one at G. That's going to be a 13 to hit G, which does not hit. Second attack at I still gotta learn your guys' names. Second attack at Zorrinn. That is another 13 to hit. You guys picked the right dice. And then so it takes this one big swing. You kind of jump over it. Second one kind of glances off of Zorrinn's shield. It then kind of stops, rotates a little bit, so it points right towards you, Mirabelle, and you see a small hatch kind of swing open, and out from it launches a spear, and that is a 27 to hit Mirabelle.
Oh, that'll hit.
That hits Mirabelle. Mirabelle, you are hit for
Bad dice.
15 points of damage, and as it drills into your shoulder, not quite piercing your armor, you are knocked prone from the blast. All right, that is that. Round 2, baby. At the top of your turn, you see all of these, now that it's kind of in battle mode, all of these tiny little hatches start opening up and little whirling saw blades come up. You are gonna take 6 points of slashing damage for starting your turn within 5 feet of this thing. But it is now the start of your turn.
Has gone through more hats in the time that you have known him than you think possible. Maybe one a day. They're just always getting sliced up and cut, and that the workings disfigure his straw hat. So he takes it off very dramatically and casts it to the side. And if this was the first time you'd seen it, you might be impressed by this move. But does this every time. And very dramatically throws their hat to the ground and looks up at what's it Drizzit?
What's it is? You call him Augie.
Augie, you destroyed my hat, so I'm going to destroy your machine. But first, I would like for you to just close your eyes and picture a happier place. And I'm going to cast, if I may, blindness upon Sir What's It?
On What's It? Absolutely.
Yeah. Can I cast that on?
Absolutely. what does it look like as you use your spell?
Well, everything about is fungal. All the casting of spells, all of their ritual work, they eat a lot of mushrooms, and they smell like mushrooms. So I imagine they're drifting some spores out into their vicinity.
Very cool.
Yeah, they're going to try to not sniff those spores.
Yeah, so you see these spores kind of go up and kind of coat the outside of the this protective dome that he's inside, and it seems nothing can really get through. But you notice that one of these little whirring holes that have opened up kind of suck in some of the spores, and you hear over the speaker system, "Oh, wait, what smells funny? That's where did you guys go?" Not again!
So-
as you have successfully blinded.
Well, my
Augustus
DC is only
Lipsist.
4. I think that, what was my DC there?
Yeah.
How do I find
I mean,
my
was it
spell
higher? I assumed it was. I gave you the benefit of the doubt that higher than 7.
It is, yeah, but how do I find it? I'm a help us with this D&D Beyond.
Oh,
How do I find
if
my
you,
spells?
yeah, sure.
Oh, there it is.
The top. If you go to spells, it'll be
Yeah.
right up top.
It's a 14. Okay, excellent. So I turn to the rest of everyone and I say, he destroyed my hat, and now he can't see. Have at him.
That seems fair.
And can climb this building?
Easily, I assume.
And they have done battle in the past with their good friend Zorrinn. While they have different techniques, I think that they can help each other out and takes a tactical advantage and maybe offers some flanking, and that's going to end his turn.
Exceptionally cool. You are flanked. You have Augie blinded, and the machine flanked. Your turn, Zorrinn. That's you.
All right. So Zorrinn is gonna use a bonus action, as he says, "By all the gods, I swear we will put you back in jail, as we did the last 12 times we've met." And that's me using my vow of enmity.
Okay.
So basically uses my channel divinity, and for the next minute, I have advantage on all attacks on this guy.
Heck yeah. I
So
will
guess
ask:
what
Are
I'm
you
gonna do?
are you vowing against the machine or the guy?
It's gonna be against the machine because I have to destroy it to get to the guy. I want to
Very, very cool. Excellent. Yeah, you now have advantage.
So first attack. Didn't roll with advantage. Right click. Okay, that's how that works.
That's an unarmed strike. Is that what you're trying to do?
Oh, nope. But it's the same bonus.
Okay, same bonus anyway. Unfortunately, a 12 does not hit.
Alright, next attack. 17, does that?
17 just misses, unfortunately.
Oh, sad.
Yep. I may not be able to see what's going on, but I can... My Paladinian friend are definitely not on a roll.
We'll see who has the last laugh. Alright, that's Zorrinn's turn.
Alright, Zorrinn, that was you. Elvish! Elvis.
So when I am shooting at this gentleman, because his machine's not blinded, I don't have advantage against that. But if I'm attempting to shoot him specifically,
Yes.
I have advantage.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do then.
Okie dokie.
Try this one more time. And, 29 to hit.
You take that shot at the bubble, coated in goes nasty spore goo, and that indeed does hit. Go ahead and roll
Sure,
your
I've lined
damage.
that properly this time. Well, I'm going to go ahead and make that a goading attack this time because the last time I couldn't, it didn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d12, I'm going to add my goading attack as a 1d6, that's a 3 on the die. And I add my Hunter's Mark, which is an extra 1d6, it's a 4 on the die. That's 7 plus 14, that's 21 points of damage.
The dome that was protecting Dr. Augustus Wupsidzit had a damage threshold of 20. You take this shot, and spider webs cover the glass. You get the idea that this thing is on its very last leg, and you hear over the speaker system, "Well, that wasn't a good sound."
We're through, and I line up my sharpshooter shot for Dr. Augustus Wupsidzit.
Shoot away.
An 8 hit.
Yep, go ahead and roll your damage.
It's going to be that plus my 1d6, which is 3 on the die, plus 10 is 29 points of damage.
The glass sphere shatters, now fully exposing Augustus Woods. 29 damage? Heck yeah. Oh, I can... Wait! I smell a breeze. Wait, what?
And I move over to this area.
No fair! No, don't attack the glass parts. The glass parts are... That's not right. No, aim for the metal parts.
Give it up, Doctor, you're done.
If you were really tough, you'd shoot the metal parts.
I know this.
Is that the goading?
Is that the end of your turn?
Oh yeah, that's the goading. That's the end of my turn.
So, remind me about goading attack.
If he tries to attack anyone other than me, he has disadvantage.
Amazing. I know that was you, old man.
Oh, but he has to make a wisdom saving throw, sorry.
Oh, wisdom save. That is a hot 8.
Nope. Yeah, he has to try and hit me.
I know that's you, Presley.
Hiding.
I'm coming for you. All right, so Mirabelle, you can now see this dwarven gentleman of very pale skin, of erratic white hair, wearing a dark black lab coat with all kinds of little glowing bells and whistles and vials along a bandolier, blindly hitting buttons in no particular order, hoping something will happen. It is your turn.
All right. Well, I will start my turn by standing up if I can figure out how to turn my character upside.
Future, I will just knock you prone. Like, yeah, there you go. You figure.
Okay.
Beautiful.
And let's measure ourselves. Definitely. Okay.
5'4", my lady.
Actually, I think I'm a little bit shorter than that.
5'2", then.
I was thinking I was aiming for 4'11", actually.
4'11", it is.
I am going...
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? I can't see you, but you sound short.
I plan to, and I'm going to make a lightning spring from the end of my dagger, wrap around him as I cast lightning lure to pull him to me.
Oh, wow.
Out of his
Awesome.
machine.
All right, what sort of save is this?
Strength.
Okie dokie, and your DC?
17.
17. Alrighty, Roo. You reach out. Oh, it'll take more than a little electricity to get me out of my... As Augustus flies out down the 20 feet, landing at your feet. How much damage does this lightning lure do?
15 damage.
Ah! Pff! A now completely unconscious Augustus Wupsidzit is at your feet. You hear him incoherently mumbling to. Well, I mean, if I don't have the robots, I'm kind of just a guy.
And
His consciousness fails. The machine lowers itself down to rest on the ground.
Oh, I'm not done with my turn yet.
Okay, I'm just telling you what happens as soon as he's out.
And the
yeah.
spiritual weapon is going to fly up to the controls here,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to make its attack on the control side.
Do so with advantage.
Oh, awesome.
It is now an unmoving machine.
Does a 27 hit?
What does your spiritual weapon do to these controls?
6 damage. It slashes them. There's radiant fire going off all over the place.
You see sparks start to fly out of the top of this machine. One of the legs just starts going up and down. It starts like spinning in place like a top and just kind of gyroscoping around, and then just it comes to an abrupt stop. All of the legs flop out, dead flat. Oil pours out of a crevice in the side, and we are out of combat. You successfully felled Dr. Augustus Whoopsies once again.
Mirabelle, even though she's quite short, she's gonna put her foot on him like a barrel of rum. Who's rolling now?
Spectacular.
Let's bring him to jail and get rid of all the paperwork as soon as possible, please.
We should also contact the city recycle their reduce reuse could probably make use of this metal.
An excellent idea. We should all make sure there wasn't anything inside of this creature, which now is in the bank.
You guys do a quick check. Other than some basic external damage, busted door, busted wall, they didn't drop anything off in the bank. You get the idea that you have foiled this plot before it even got to dig into the vault, as
Before it got rolling.
Plan. Thank you. I watched some Captain Planet this week.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's my villain flavor today. Wonderful. As the day continues, you receive accolades from the local authorities. The Empress Sarissa, who you've met several times before, sends her thanks. And as the normal cleanup crew does their job, you all retire to your... you've got a little... you've got accommodations in the city where you stay when you're in town, as your adventures will often bring you to the capital. And you all, I'll say several hours later into the evening, you guys are all sitting around your kitchen table, sharing in some drinks and food, and you hear a knock on your front door.
Hello?
You open the door and you see do you open the door?
Zorrinn's gonna go open the door.
Cool. In front of you, you see a young halfling man wearing a very bespoke dark blue suit with a purple tie. He has a little pork pie hat, which he lifts off. He says, I've got a message for you, sir. Are you sorry, the name of your group?
Did we have a name?
I was the only one who offered one.
Then that's probably it.
Go ahead, Mirabelle. Go ahead.
It was a Burglade of Destruction.
Yeah, you wonderful fine folks are the Brigade of Destruction, yes?
Under
Yes,
the
yes.
Virdak Burglade banner, yes.
But
Right,
but
excellent,
also
wonderful.
just call us Bod.
Oh, the Rockin' Bods. Okay. Well, yes. I've got, and he passes you a sealed envelope with a waxen seal on the end. He's there. Kind of tips his hat.
I thanks, and I'm
Miles.
gonna give him a silver piece.
Oh, much obliged. And he zips off.
All right, who wants to open that one?
Ooh, I love opening things.
He throws the seal to Mirabelle.
Excellent. Mirabelle, you open the letter. You notice the seal. It's a dark blue wax with and the seal itself is stamped. You see kind of the outlaw of a cat's paw on it. And as you open the letter, you see in a beautifully fine calligraphy a message for you. And in addition to this wonderful calligraphy, the letter itself handily reads itself. And in a very smooth voice, you hear, "Brave heroes, your selfless acts of heroic bravery have not gone unnoticed. Please meet me at the Library of Sarissa in the University Ward at first light to receive an exceptional opportunity for adventure, riches, renown, and opportunity. Signed, Sebastian, valet of the Archwizard Imperius Harrison Salah Kazajian."
Ooh, this is quite fancy.
It must be very important. They had their name on there 2 times.
Or
Sebastian,
that
Sebastian.
is both their names.
Is this a name that I recognize?
It is not. Well, not Sebastian. Sorry, I'm typing out something very quickly, so you have that as a... So, yeah, so it was signed Sebastian, valet of the Archwizard. And anyone who wants to can give me a history. Actually, I forgot we were playing D&D for a moment.
It's okay, we were really
19.
doing it off the cuff. 18?
Mm-hmm.
And it's 17.
Alrighty, Rude.
Someone else roll a 16. This would be hilarious.
Guh?
It's not
Dismissed.
known for understanding their history, but
Well, you never know.
um,
Beautiful. So let's, with that, Mirabelle, you've heard the name Sebastian before. You know that they're connected. They've been connected to a few dealings with the Blazeborn. They've definitely hired. You know that they've been a patron of the Blazeborn in the past, and have requested the help of either the clerics or the paladins within the organization. But Elvis, you, as soon as you hear the Archwizard Imperius Harrison Salah Kazajian, that's like you heard Merlin. He is a storied wizard who, while is credited with creating many spells and arcane technology, but has kind of hit that almost legendary status where you didn't really think he was a real guy, right? Like Steve Jobs was never a real person.
Someone's just using his name.
But this seems very on the up and up.
Interesting.
I must say, I'm curious about the offer.
I say we go. This
Oh,
sounds
no.
fun.
I agree. Does anyone know where this Library of Saresha is?
It's in the university ward. So,
Yeah.
Do we know?
It's like a 20-minute walk away, yeah. It's this
Alright.
it's the main repository of knowledge in Felalalon. And yeah, you were invited at first light. So I guess, is there anything you as a party would do in the evening before taking your rest and heading out? You've got any and all amenities that you would expect to find in the largest city on a fantasy continent.
I would like to have a bath.
Absolutely.
I'd probably just do my routine of maintaining my equipment, as I spend way too much time doing.
Wonderful.
Anybody want a quick game? And she pulls out her dragon chess set.
Maybe later, Mirabelle. I've got to finish my my hat, and is trying to knit together some straw, and they always change the way they do this because the hat keeps getting destroyed, and they think, oh, it just needs to be a little bit more, ergonomic or aerodynamic, or perhaps not quite such a low brim. It really doesn't matter. So they are staining it, as they always do, with some of their fungal accoutrement, some of their mushrooms. But that's what Guh is up to.
Cool. So you'd be doing that probably. Your estate at this point has a little garden out front, which would probably help you with your straw-related needs. Elvis is in the bath. Zorrinn probably has either in your quarters or a little workshop within the building. And Mirabelle, if you're looking for a game, there is a tavern right across the way.
Yeah, I'll go to the tavern, hang out, see if I can play a game, and afterwards I'm going to pull out my very large golden bone with gems inlaid in it and commune with my special deity companion.
Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. I'm gonna so Mirabelle, before you while you're playing game, I'll say, you find someone else just kind of sitting next to an unoccupied chair with a dragon chess set up in front of them. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check with proficiency, and let's see how you make out.
Okay.
She barely knows the guy. She's not gonna make out.
Ha!
That's a performance check, I think.
Performance? Nice.
It's charisma perform. Oh.
Yeah, and if you're making out with him, if you're trying to beat him at chess, it's going to be intelligence.
Okay. Add a 3 to that. I think that's my
Absolutely
bonus.
Cool. So as you make your few moves, and I'm going to say within 5 or 6 minutes, you roast this guy. Embarrassingly, right? He tries to swap out his knight for a dragon, but leaves his damsel fully exposed, and you jump on that like nobody's business. And he kind of looks up at you, and this is the first time you really made. He's a human man. He's fairly sallow in the face, little wisp of gray hair. But wearing very nice robes. He goes, well, it would seem that you have beaten me pretty quickly and soundly there. I'll say, thank you so much for the game and the lesson in patience. Mirabelle, was it?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Snailpoint. And I do admit, our meeting here at this game table was not a complete accident. You were... I saw what you did earlier today, defeating that crazy robot that was laying waste to the city.
Yes. Everything I come in contact, I like to singe a little. It's part of my Blazeborn heritage.
Well, we love to see, and thank you for taking such fine care of the people within the city. I can't tell you how much myself and the other members of this fine community appreciate it. In fact, my the gentleman I work for, my personal benefactor, he's gotten word of your doings, and also believes that you've been approached with a fairly unique opportunity. If I'm not overstepping.
Oh.
Is there truth to that rumor?
How would he know of who I've been approached by?
Oh, he's quite connected, and young gentlemen in blue suits are fairly easy to notice running around this part of the town. And forgive me if I'm overstepping, but I have been tasked with giving you another message. He only wishes for, much like you do, safety and opportunity for the fine members of the community. Some of those opportunities are being allegedly hoarded by this mage Kazagian that I believe introduced or has invited you. All I'm tasked with telling you is that if perchance on your adventure you happen to have a chance to procure one of this dark wizard's spellcasting focuses, my benefactor would be more than happy to grant you any and every boon that you desire, and will make it worth your while with riches to boot. Just whenever you're finished, if you happen to grab one, meet me back at this tavern when you're finished and after your adventure, and I can promise we will make it worth your while.
I'd like to run an insight check on this guy, and
yeah, absolutely.
I feel like he might be a tad on the shady side. 23.
23?
Very insightful, yes.
That is very insightful. With a 23, this guy is doing the job that was tasked to him. He was meant to give you this message. He believed every word he said and was genuine in his offer and his request.
Tell me, sir, can I have the name of this benefactor to know who I might be doing this favor for?
Oh, now, I was supposed to keep this fairly on the down low, as it were, as he's quite a figure of note. I can trust you not to be willy-nilly with... Of course, you can share this information with your patriots, but I can trust that you won't plaster it around.
Oh, of course. You have seen how I battled in the field of chess and the field of town. I'm an honorable person.
This is true. I suppose if you were lying, I would have no way to tell. Well, I was told not to tell you, but, and you know what? I won't break my word. And with that, he stands up and exits the tavern. But if you, as you kind of bring your gaze back to the chessboard in front of you, a small pulp paper book is left. And it is entitled The Life and Adventures of Win Montgomery.
I will take the book with me.
Absolutely. And with that, you return home.
When I get home and I'm in my room, I will like flip through the book and see if there's any notes written on it. Not actual like read the book, but just
Sure.
look and see if anything's written on it.
Yeah, there is not. However, this book about Win Montgomery, a very famous half-elf adventurer and treasure seeker, it's self-published. It's by Win Montgomery, about Win Montgomery, published by Montgomery Publishing. He's a very famous adventurer, a very rich man, and if half of the stories in the books that are printed about him are true, a very capable gentleman. Yeah. Yeah, this is
Interesting. All right, I will
absolutely.
commune with my deity, and at first light, I will let everybody know about the man that approached me and about the book about Win Montgomery.
Sure. All right. So while Mirabelle gone, we've repaired a hat. We've cleaned up. Your gear is in tip-top shape. Is there anything anyone needed to take care of before breakfast?
Is that a long rest, DM?
That is absolutely a long rest.
Thank you.
End of session 0. Ha! Scene. Oh, I'm actually going to
Quite
take
happy
one.
with the evening's events. I've had a nice bath and gone to bed at an adequate hour, which is, of course, before the sun fully sets. And I don't wake up until the bustle of the inn wakes me, I suppose.
Perfect. I picture Elvis just sleeping in a chair like a dad.
My eyes are definitely open.
Yeah. Real quick, just because I forgot to write it down, I need everybody's spell save DC. Elvis, or your in your yeah. Is it 2 different DCs?
It's 2 different DCs.
Cool. You can give them both to me. So the one for
15
your
and 17.
maneuver. Yeah, the
For the
maneuvers.
maneuver is 17.
And 15 for your
15 is spell
spells.
save.
You said 14, I think?
14 is my spell save. I'm looking desperately for my... Yeah, it's 14 all around, I think, for my
Perfect.
monk abilities as well. Yeah, 14.
Awesome. Mirabelle.
17.
Beautiful. Zorrinn.
16 for my spells, but for my breath weapon, it's different.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
14. Well, I'll
Cool.
let you know for the breath.
Hey,
Yeah,
DM,
sure. I'll make the note.
Is
Anyway.
this maybe an appropriate time to take a short little reprieve? Short little break? Little bye?
Not
not?
quite.
Okay.
We are but moments away. Perfect. And Sanqua, your DC? Perfect. Bum, bum, bum. So, as you cross town, entering the very quiet university ward, the only people you see are some university students, a few apprentice wizards, and young eldritch knights stumbling home after a long night in the taverns, a few upstart monks and fighters starting their jogging to wake themselves up. You approach the Library of Sarissa, this humongous ivory marble building, massive pillars spiral down from this 25-story structure, almost like a straightened leaning Tower of Pisa, but with these spiraled columns out around. And then decorating the walls on various sides, you see these massive murals. One depicts an adventuring party fighting off pit fiends bursting forth from a giant crevice in the earth. As you continue around, you see another that shows a lone rogue with 2 daggers standing at the base of a ancient blue dragon bursting fire upon him. You continue around, you see a mysterious shadowy figure kind of ascending into golden clouds. And as you near the front entrance, you see the image of a tabaxi gentleman, painted on a very narrow panel, wearing a long blue trench coat. You see that this kind of like a ginger cat sort of face. He's holding some sort of super mechanical crossbow rig. And as you start to pass, you notice that its eyes kind of follow you. It lowers the crossbow. It gives a little wave, encourages you to come, and the panel shimmers into a blue portal.
That's new.
Oh, this is fancy. This reminds me of home. And I will go through the portal.
I avert my eyes, hunch my shoulders, sniff in derision a little bit about the liberties that were taken with the murals. Obviously, no one was there standing still in the path of a blue dragon for them to take a quick sketch. And mutter to myself about the hack Montgomery and his stupid book before I enter the portal.
Looks at Zorrinn.
Yeah, Zorrinn just shrugs and he follows. Like,
I think it's your turn to be last. I'll go. I'll go next.
Yep. You guys pop through. The portal closes behind you, and that is where we will take our quick bio break.
All right.
All right.
Woohoo.
Let's all roll up new characters. We just died.
Yep. And we are back and ready to take on this motherfucking portal. Throw it over to DC Nick.
Up. All right. So, as our brave adventuring party enters the portal, you feel pulled through it as you kind of push through the initial, almost feels like breaking through falling into a warm pool for that split second, but then a yank from behind your belly button. As you are yanked forward, you see a swirl of colors and force as you fly through for what seems like 12 or 13 seconds. Abruptly, you land hard on your feet, feeling flat stone underneath. The 4 of you look to your left and right and see your compatriots. And as you look at the surroundings, you see an endless, dark expanse. You appear to be standing on what you can only describe as something like an asteroid. A single flat plane stretching off into the dark distances far into, farther than you can imagine. You see these swirling purple and blue lights, little glints of stars far off, but you are at the edge of this plateau that you're standing on. Looking down, you see more of the same. You turn and see a single little glint of bright blue light that starts to get a little bigger and bigger as it approaches. This plateau seems to be only, say, 100 square feet. But this little glint kind of comes closer and closer, and you see it's actually a cube, and it kind of floats in the distance, seemingly the size of maybe like a Rubik's Cube. It swoops towards you, kind of flies just in front of the 4 of your faces, stopping briefly, almost like it's just getting an idea of you. It then shoots to the other side of this plateau, starts to glow brighter and swell with this otherworldly energy, and then doubles in size, doubles in size, and as it glows, you see it is in fact, it looks exactly like a Rubik's Cube. It's not what appears to be 27 spheres that are kind of stuck together. Its contact points, little electrical charges, all of them kind of moving independently but cohesively as a unit as it grows and grows and grows, rotates as it does, spinning along its several axes, then settles down on the on this plateau with a dust kind of rises and floats off to the sides. This pitch black, each square of the cube is pitch black. These light blue and purple lights kind of coming in from the crevice. And then a small outline of a door appears on the one to... If we had to assign it cardinal directions, we will say the southwest cube. The one, so bottom floor of the 3 floors, furthest to the left and closest to you. The outline of a door appears. And a knob appears on within the outline.
My father knew that spell, and sometimes we would go camping in our backyard. It was a little bit different, but it was like having a big mansion.
And he starts walking towards the door.
Did I miss something? Were we supposed to be meeting Zorrinn's father?
No, I believe we're on our way to meet Mr. Montgomery, although we're not meant to know his name. But
Yes,
you are on the way to meet Sebastian.
Sebastian, that is correct. Oh,
Yes.
Sebastian, shall we, fellow?
It's my turn to be last, so after you.
we shall.
Excellent. Zorrinn, as you twist the knob and open, you hear a polite voice, seemingly pre-recorded on a magic mouth, within the door, and it speaks simply. Welcome to Harrison's Tower. Entering Room G. Have a wonderful time and good luck.
Or like door.
You guys pass through the door and are in this room. Put you right here. Let's line y'all up. Let's throw out the people that aren't here. There you go. And there you go. So, you all enter a room with stone lines the walls. You see a bunch of runes and spell circles kind of carved into the floor. They are not lit up quite as much as this map would imply. In the center of the room, there is a small plinth, and atop that plinth, what appears to be a large bird bath, about waist high to most of you, chest high to G and Mirabelle.
So the runes on the sides, are they related to like something like gods or magic?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Not my strong suit.
Yes,
That's
I
fine.
would. I was gonna.
Yeah,
do
anyone
that.
who'd like to.
That's an 8.
An 8? You're not sure.
Does anybody here recognize these runes?
Do I, DM?
Not immediately, no.
No.
Nope.
Runes. At runes, I will go over. I know Dwarvish, and runes are connected.
Sure.
With
Yeah.
words.
You
Things that I
look
can
and
recognize.
you get the idea that these are not like you all would be like familiar with the name of the spell is escaping me. What would be the one, the one where you hit a spot magic circle. You guys know like magic circle, teleportation circle. While these are along the same vein, much smaller than those tend to be. And you do notice some dwarvish writing in and amongst a few of these. Actually, several of you, as you kind of look around, you bits and pieces of recognizable script in and amongst some of these runes. And as you start to inspect them a little further, you hear a voice. And the voice, you recognize the tobacco. Now on top of this plinth, leaning against the bird bath. And he calls out, "Oh, my friends, I am so happy that you have... Welcome to the tower."
You are Sebastian.
I am. I see that my reputation precedes me, at least when I write my...
Yes,
Hey.
your name is recognizable instantly.
Real quick,
Thank you so much.
Nick, once in a while your mic cuts out again. Might want to check your
Cool.
settings
I'll
real
turn
quick.
that up. Thank you so much.
So, what is it you'll have of us then?
Well, I am, as I mentioned in my missive, the personal valet of the one and only Harrison Skazagian, wizard extraordinaire. I'm sure you've all heard of him.
We heard of him at the doorbell.
Yes, absolutely. I know that it sounds a bit like I'm asking you to come and do a job for... But trust me, everything here is above board.
I'm gonna insight
Trust
that.
him.
Insight away.
I do trust him.
You absolutely trust him.
I have
Yes.
you're in fallback, and I have to say, your offer intrigues me.
Wonderful. Listen, I am fully aware at how fantastic this seems. But, as I'm sure that you are all intricately aware, there are greater things in this world than will ever present themselves to the normal folks. But you are adventurers. You have found bravery, you have done amazing deeds, you have proven yourself worthy of greatness and above, and those worthy of greatness are worthy to be remembered, and nothing incites my master more than those who deserve to be remembered, as he is. So, I assume you are all full of questions, but I'll lay down exactly what we are looking for. Over the millennia that Harrison has been practicing magic, he has ventured all from every corner of Cyrule, across many different planes, and he has spent much time here in the Astral Sea. And the one thing that is wonderful about Astral Sea life, as I'm sure you are all aware, is that it grants you an amazing amount of time to work on your various projects. So having solved most of the issues that, that present themselves to arcane magic, Harrison kind of started having some fun. He's recreated some of his favorite adventures, some new trials that he's just trying to test out, to protect his assets that he may put in other places and whatnot. And it's a bit of a game. And it's just a great spectator sport when you really think about it. So, this tower that you have entered, it contains 27 separate rooms. If you reach the very tippity-toppity, then you will meet Harrison himself.
That does sound like an opportunity I cannot pass to continue my parents' legacy.
Yes, absolutely. I will tell you, you will no longer be the son of your parents, but they will be the parents of you, if you know what I mean.
That would make me proud.
Of course. There are a few rules as you advance through that I strongly suggest you follow. Rule number 1, I strongly advise against trying to pick the locks between rooms. There are ways through, and brute force is the ugliest one. Second, those non-violent employees of the tower, we would request that you do not attack them, if at all possible. You are more than welcome to keep anything that you find. A quick note, we use exclusively the Electrum standard in the tower. So any gold, silver, or copper that you may have is worth nothing. Luckily, there are many, many opportunities to find some in and amongst our fabulous rooms here. There is exactly one way to get from one to the next, and Harrison is on the top floor. And that is the one and only way out through Harrison's private penthouse. If you get there, though, he will grant you a fabulous boon. You may backtrack if you see fit, but that is not always super advantageous, and we won't let anything too terrible happen to you. We also request that you accept surrenders, but that is your own prerogative.
So you got us into this tower, and the only way out is to finish it.
Yes. Well, I guess you could also go out through the entrance, but technically that's an entrance. And that would just put you on an asteroid in the astral.
Oh, well, I guess we'll finish it, and hopefully there's some fame to be had along the way.
Oh, I promise you. Additionally, and he tosses you each a little pen, a little quill. If you have a question or a concern, each of these is good for one sending spell to myself. But you can call me in and I will help you out any way I can.
Anyway.
Any way I can.
And what rules are you governed by?
Not a whole lot, if I tell you the truth.
You said
the same ones that you are.
You said it was a spectator sport.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, and I forgot the most important rule. Don't Charles.
What?
From behind the large bird bath, you see a human man, bearded, wearing a gray cap, a dark black long sleeve shirt, and black denim pants, holding a large crystal in his hand, or orb rather. You see him walk out. He goes, "Hey gang, I'm Charles. I will be following you today." And you see that this orb, it has one little glowing light right you, kind of comes in really close to a couple of you, comes back out, and then just kind of posts up over in the corner at a good angle.
Zorrinn is gonna go salute him.
So, I am Zorrinn Foldback. You shall be our guide.
Oh, no, pretend I'm not even here, man.
Alright.
You're just gonna follow us and watch us, and
Yep,
do we
that's
have
the plan.
to protect you?
Oh, no, hey, I am fantastic at staying out of the way.
Oh, good.
You ever see those, like, man versus, or, like, the Manhunter shows?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like those camera guys. That was actually my last
Been in
gig.
a few.
Yeah, Harrison
I
plucked me out
love
of...
the Manhunter TV shows.
Yeah, it's great, right? That's actually where Harrison found me, on Earth. He just kind of scooped me up, found out I was the best camera guy there. These orbs, way better. Don't need to worry about batteries. Love these things.
Yeah, batteries can be such a pain.
Right?
I've not seen these events where you hunt man. It sounds quite brutal, actually.
Oh, don't worry. That was totally safe. It was way safer to do. But yeah, no, I've got the orb here. The orb, it works like a sending stone, but with pictures. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, Baz, Harrison, and anyone else who wants to can kind of watch in on. It's this great little program. People buy them. They're called Twitchers. It was by this witch made them. And that's where people watch.
When we came in here, it said it was room G.
Yes.
symbolism to that? Are we midway through the tower already?
Oh, well, each of the rooms are alphabetical from bottom to top, left to right.
Do,
27.
do we have to hit every room to get to the top?
You do not have to, no. But as I mentioned, there is only one way up on each floor.
I imagine there will be some portal travel, or is this actually geometrically as it appears?
Yes, well, no, there will be many doors and portals, and as soon as you're ready to go, we can get going.
So we'll have no way to know if we've traveled up at some points.
Oh, no, you will definitely know when you go up.
Very well.
Yeah, all portals and doors will be horizontal. Up will be, what do we have? I think we've got one elevator and one staircase.
Elevator and staircase.
Yes. Oh, you'll definitely know when you finish a floor.
Very well. And
Absolutely.
assume that you've done this before.
Me? Yes, actually. I was one of the very first contestants, and the boss was so impressed that I got this full-time cherry gig.
This was your boon.
It was.
I've been enamored.
Who watches us?
Oh, you know, anyone who pays a subscription fee, and Harrison himself.
Is that a lot of people?
You would be impressed.
Did, were you put up to this by our organization?
Oh, by Mr. Virdak?
Yeah, Shaq.
No.
Is he aware of our predicament?
Oh, I can certainly. Would you like me to send him? You know what? And you see that he kind of like puts his hand to his ear. Lisa? Yes, cool. Send Shaq Virdak on Cyrule a viewing stone. Yeah. No, it'll be great. And a bottle of wine or something. Perfect. Yes, he is aware.
Yes, I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
Yes, and I assume you will. The 10% adventurer's fee that you usually forward to him. I assume that is your own prerogative to do with what you will.
Of course.
Beautiful. Any questions, comments, concerns, or queries?
Where do I sign?
You don't. Just give me, if you all give me the thumbs up, we can get her going.
I vow that I shall slay the spire.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I prepare my musket, make sure that it's not jammed, load my...
Lovely.
and stand to the side, crouched and prepared.
I will don my shield and my old dagger and, well, give a thumbs up on my dagger hand because you can't see it on my shield hand.
Perfect. And
has been swimming in the fish pond. Hops up onto the ledge, shakes himself off. I feel ready. Let's do this.
all right. And now our passive perceptions. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Well, then, with a bit of magic and mysticism, here we go. Sebastian claps his hands. The room turns pitch dark. Only Mirabelle hears the sound of a trapdoor opening and then closing. As you can tell that Sebastian jumps down into a trapdoor, trying to make a dramatic exit.
Is this magical darkness? Because I have dark vision. Just curious.
Yeah, me
Is this
too.
magical darkness? It doesn't matter.
Cool.
So after that trapdoor, you know what? I'll say yes because that helps with the trapdoor bit. The trapdoor opens, closes. Then all of these runes around the periphery start to glow ever so slightly, and two portals appear, or two doors appear. One to the north, one to the east. At the same time, on the western wall, 30 small dots appear, glowing bright blue, and then slowly one of them ticks away. Another ticks away. Another ticks away.
North
You
or
see,
east? Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, everything is now lightly glowing from all of these runes. Mirabelle, no, I'll say Elvis. You notice that in the middle of this bird bath, there is a button that is easy to see. And you notice that these, as these lights start to go, it seems to be counting down. Looks like it's going to be about 30 seconds. And all of you notice some above all of these glowing runes, little bits of script kind of appear. What does everyone want to do? I will stop the timer right now as we decide. Sorry, he's gone. Cool. So just to reiterate, we're counting down in time. There's a button in the middle here. Each of these rooms seems to have a little bit of text floating above, and there is a door to the north, a door to the east.
Well, I think in my 30 seconds, I would like to see if I could read any of the words above these runes.
Okay, so you go to check out some runes. Elvis, what do you do?
Let me know if it's a language you don't know, and I'm going to head for the bird bath thing and see if I can just see any sort of sign of what this button does, and I'll just call out, "There's a button in the bird. If anyone has any ideas."
Amazing. I'm just going to put you up in the bird bath. Zorrinn?
Zorrinn would first compose himself, as he does a little bit of quick meditation using divine sense to see if there's more than meets the eye.
You detect no creatures in this room that you do not currently perceive.
We seem to be alone here, so let's figure this out.
I'll say you sense a tiny bit of celestial about 3 feet below you.
Okay, cool. Sebastian's bell. Okay. I also will try to read the runes, see if I understand.
Okay.
The
And
words.
what?
Yeah. Are these squares 5 feet?
Sure.
Oh, then I became awfully huge.
I think we're all big.
No. Okay. No, they're not 5 feet. No.
Okay.
These are 2.5 foot squares.
Is trying to insight if we should head north, if we should head east, or if we should push the button.
Hit me with an insight check.
That's 16.
Cool. You don't have a ton of information. You can go kind of check out one of the doors if you want to. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of machinations with. You can't imagine a lot of different things the button could do. There's not there's things in the room other than these glowing messages and this countdown.
What's our cameraman's name?
Charles.
Charles? Any help would be appreciated.
Oh yeah, I bet that would be super helpful, wouldn't it? Best I can tell you, fool around and find out, man. Do you try the door or?
I'm just walking over and looking at the thing.
Cool. Yeah. So this door, it is glowing. It has the letter D written on it, and that's about it. So we're gonna say that's your turn. Zorrinn, go ahead and give me an investigation or perception check.
Let's do perception. That's a 22.
22. Awesome. What languages do you speak, Zorrinn?
Draconic, Abyssal, Common, Infernal.
Cool. Draconic, Abyssal, Common, Infernal. So 4 languages?
Yep.
Awesome. At a glance, you see each of these little messages has 3 lines of text. I'm going to get you to roll. Sorry, let me count something real quick. I need you to roll 4d20 for me, one at a time, if you don't mind.
That's good.
Holy moly.
Not bad.
That's an average of 14.
I dare say.
And now I'm just going to ask you, Marty, up or down?
Down.
Cool. Awesome. Perfect. Excellent. So you start reading some of these messages. Mirabelle. Investigation or perception, please.
I will go perception.
Awesome.
15.
15. Very cool. How many languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, and Draconic.
Very, very cool. Yeah, you... And now I'm going to get you to roll...
How many d20s? I didn't
3.
catch that.
3d20, please.
Oh my god.
Nice. Awesome.
18,
Holy
19,
moly.
20.
Wow.
Extremely cool.
Mhm.
Guys, super cool. And finally, Elvis, you are in the middle. You see this
Yeah.
button. Looks pretty damn pressable.
It does
The
look quite pressable.
The lights are going out. There's actually only like 4 left.
Oh,
There's 3
shoot.
left.
I push the button and I run for the north. Follow.
You push the button, all 30 lights light up again.
Oh,
And they start counting down again.
never mind. I'll just stand at the button.
Excellent.
I push it again.
All 30 lights are up.
Excellent.
We
have time.
Okay.
That's 2. Very cool. All right. So, briefly, I will give you more detail when we conclude here. But Zorrinn, you, in checking out these clues that have been left for you, I need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. You see, you get the following messages. You read one. It says, O, the letter O. Kiosks. Save those EP. Crud is terrible. And you see that it's written in a, it's written in a draconic hand. Oh no, where's my pencil? I can't do anything without my pencil. You read that one written in draconic. In common, you see one that says Sands of the Arena. Or sorry, the letter M. Sands of the Arena. Win 3 to advance. Break to the north. And I will give you all these messages shortly.
Okay, cool.
You see another that says the letter D. Garden. Find the key. Water the right thing. And you see one more that says G. You are here. Clues hidden on walls. Choose between clues and boon.
And I'm probably gonna read that out loud as I shout the messages across.
Very, very cool. Mirabelle, as you look, you see one that says it's the letter Z. That says Ultimate Rest Stop. You see one that starts with boop. The letter I says beach, go low. And then finally, you see one that says the letter C, cemetery, monster match, beware the headless horseman. As the lights all light up again, you guys have a minute, or you guys have 30 seconds. What does everyone want to do? Let's start with Guh.
He hears letters being, or does he? I don't know. Are you guys
Yeah,
translating
hear
out
the
loud?
shouting, yeah.
Yeah, I would shout as well.
You just, okay. No inner dialogue. Same for Zorrinn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's try to remember these. These sound important.
So D is north, and can see from over there what the eastern door might say.
Yeah, I'll say it's very easily labeled, and I just need to remember how the alphabet works, which I do because I'm an adult man, and it's the letter H.
So does
that took way too long.
is definitely good with their common, and will head over to the east and says, did he say up through the alphabet? This is room G, and we'll just point to the H, and it's just going to stand there at that door.
Cool.
What's the other door say again?
It's a
The
D,
one to the north is the letter D.
and that was a garden, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get the clue for H?
You did not.
Okay.
But Zorrinn, what do you do on your turn?
I would try to find more Draconic and those language I know and try to shout more clues.
Cool, yeah. Give me that. Give me another investigation or perception.
That's a 15.
15, cool. Now, is there a letter you're particular?
H would be great, yeah.
Very cool. I am going to say that you can find H, but it'll be the only one you find because you're looking with
focusing on
purpose.
that.
Yeah, H. You find H pretty easily. It says, it's scrawled in common. It says, Arcane Arena, kill whatever comes, pillars cast spells. And Mirabelle, what are you doing on your turn?
Well, it looks like he found the H because I hear him screaming about it. I'm just gonna try and get some more intel on some of these other letters. So, I guess perception check.
Go for it.
You do hear Zorrinn because he's like,
Oh yeah, ballerina.
It's 26.
Hell yeah! All right, you get 3 more, and you know what? I'm gonna let you pick letters of the alphabet. Pick what you would want to look for. You fully you recognize the pattern. Even the ones that are in languages you don't understand kind of flicker, and you see that there's some sort of spell cast on them that's supposed to make it so that you can only read certain ones, but it's flicking and changing languages pretty quickly, and if you pay attention, you can easily pick them out. Yeah, you can pick out whatever letters you would like.
Did we already get I?
You did get I.
J, K, L.
J, K, and L. Cool. So, you see that. Oh my gosh, that's terrible luck. But not your fault. I'm just going to round it off for you. So K says before the flood. Get in the boat. Survival greater than victory. That's K.
Okay.
There, you do not see one that is J or L. You get the idea that there's no hints for those rooms. But you do see the letter A says gallery. There's a password. The curator's the key. And then I'll let you pick another letter.
M.
M. Awesome. Oh, you actually already have M. That would be Sands of the Arena. N. N says sharp shortcuts. You only get one shot. west to the stairs. And with that, we go back to our friend Elvis. There's 4 lights left, 3 lights left, 2 lights left.
I press it.
You press it again? All right. Loads back up. We've got another 30 seconds.
One is run out of languages. I would love to swap out. I don't know how many of these we have left, though. We should determine where we're going to go as well.
I'll take your spot.
I'll
Cool.
swap.
So are you guys, I'll just send it to you now. If you like, we can say that you keep hitting the button until you find all of.
I wonder if there's a consequence for pressing this button.
There is. It said we can either have the clues or the boon.
I see. Maybe we want to be courageous and tackle on the unknown.
I don't see that we're ever gonna remember all these. Maybe we know about 8. Let's just go forward.
I'm game.
Okay, I have written down which ones you've gotten and how much detail you've gotten out of them. You do have 30 seconds. If anyone would like to call, you've got room to pick one more each, if you'd like. I will write in the chat the ones you have already seen. So we have got OMD.
We have pressed the button. Let's make the best out of the time we used.
Wait, excuse me. I heard a trap door when that guy left. I'd like to investigate that while we have 30 more seconds.
Okay, absolutely. Mirabelle investigates the trapdoor. Zorrinn, what do you do?
I would go for one more clue since we
Okay.
used the button.
Yeah, I've just posted the letters that you have. Feel free to call out any letter you don't see there.
Let's go for E.
E. E says pool. Tricky sharks. Don't touch the globes. G.
They know a few languages. So, seeing that he doesn't want to be cut out of this, he knows Common, Druidic, Grung, and Orc.
Ooh, very cool.
Anything look familiar to them?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, in Grung, you see the letter B.
I'll look
It
up
says
B.
study, relax. And that is what it says.
They like B so far. It sounds good.
Yep. And we've got, and finally, Elvis.
I would love to find W if I may.
Very cool. W
as well.
says, mirror rorum. Check your fit, bro. Take them all out. And I will post all of these after the
Okay. So
after the thing. Yeah,
I will
they won't be obviously when you enter. I'll remind you of one in that room. But yeah, and then cool. So that's it. So the lights go. 3, 2, 1.
What about my investigation?
Excellent. Oh right. So well, cool. So you investigate. Yeah, you see. There's clearly a trap door there. That you see the seam, the little bit of separation between the stone and this disguised door.
Can I open it and see if anything else is in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a strength check. DC is 10.
$18.
18. Heck yeah. You easily pop open the door. You look down. You see a ginger tabaxi in a blue coat sitting on a chair in a very small room, looking at a image of you looking into a hole. He looks up at you and goes, Ah. Hey, how's it going? Are you having fun yet?
Sure. And, does he have a hat?
He does not.
Mirabelle, don't worry. They will edit that part out.
Yeah, Charles, cut it. Cut, Charles. Don't. You see Charles is like zooming in on Sebastian. No, come on, man. No, you're. God damn it.
Okay, she's just gonna stare at him quizzically while she. I think we were supposed to be going through the door.
All right, cool. Well, guys, have fun. Don't get stuck. All right, love you. Bye. And he closes the door. The darkness recedes, and the original light that zooms. All of the runes on the floor stop glowing. The messages disappear, and you see the two doors in front of you. As a reminder, to the north, you've got D, which is, and your clues there were garden, find the key, water the right thing. And to the east, you see arcane arena, kill whatever comes, pillars cast spells.
Seems an easy choice, no?
The arena, right?
Yes, arena sounds fun.
You're insane.
Yes, quite possible.
You also notice that as now that you've stopped hitting the button, the water in the fountain drains out, swirls down, and dissipates with just a little tiny bit left on the bottom. Exactly enough to say dip something in.
Maybe we should collect this water.
Only if we're going to the garden.
Yeah.
Zorrinn will collect the water then.
Cool. What do you use to collect the water?
That's a good question. I've got basic inventory. My water skin, I would say.
And I will use this moment to remind us that we are going to be respecting the hammer space in this game, whereas if it's something that you would logically have on you, you have that on you.
Perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna chug my
Cool.
water skin.
Maybe
Excellent.
this water has properties.
Yeah,
And I'm
you-
hydrated now.
Yeah, you managed to get up a little bit of the water, and as you do, your water skin has a little glow to it.
Interesting. So maybe the garden then, because H and I and J, well, those clues that we had for the nearby rooms seem more more fights.
We forgot to ask if the stairs or the elevator were first. It might be important. But I agree. Northwood seems to be the option of choice.
Very cool. All right, is that the consensus?
Sally forth! Let's go!
Sally forth. Amazing.
Oh, she.
Very cool. All right, you guys open the door. You see this green on the other side of the door. As you go through, it feels like something hooked in behind your belly button yanks you through.
I hate
And-
that feeling.
It's terrible.
I'm glad I didn't pierce that, all this pulling on my belly button.
And here we
It's
are.
completely unnecessary. He's doing it just to spite us.
Charles immediately runs over to a nearby fence and gets a good spot for a point of view and tries to be as inconspicuous as possible. You guys step out of this glowing green portal, which, as you look behind you, is embedded in this massive, twisted, gnarled tree. The portal slightly fades, kind of just goes down to a single little glowing point. But the doorway is still there. You guys see a cute little cottage. It's surrounded on all sides by a hedge. You notice a small garden that sits in a state of slight disarray with a couple loose tools leaned up along the fence. You guys notice a well nearby, a little haystack, a grove of 8 trees. But what you notice above anything is a blast of scent. A very thick, almost overwhelming smell of wildflowers. And the two of you that are tall enough to see over the hedge see that in every direction, a field of flowers just stretches on to the horizon.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Zorrinn would go check if there's any water in the well first.
Absolutely. Zorrinn, you go check out the well. What's everyone else doing?
These trees look awfully weird. I'm gonna inspect the droppings.
Very cool. Guh.
Let's gonna look at the tree they came out of.
Okie doke. And Elvis.
Elvis is going to keep an eye on that cottage. I'm going
Very
to
cool.
slowly begin a soft circle around it to see if there's any break in the hedge.
Excellent. Cool. So, all right, out of the gate. Zorrinn, you go check out the well. It seems to be a pretty standard well. You kind of look in, you see the little bit, the hint of light refracting off of water. There is a bucket next to it. And actually next to the bucket is a small watering can. If you'd like, you can give me an investigation.
I will do that because I would pause and try to listen, check, see. Investigation 18.
18? Yeah, so you kind of look down, the glimmering of liquid in the well. And yeah, with an 18, I'd say you can actually, there's some sort of combination of color down there as well, but you can't quite make it out because of the shadows of it being near the bottom of a well.
And it doesn't smell anything different than normal well water?
No, it doesn't.
All right. So I guess I would use the well because I remember the clue. So I'm gonna get some water from it and try to see it in a better light.
All right. You lower a bucket. Well, Mirabelle, you look. You see an orchard. There's 8 trees there. Each of them while the trees look exactly the same, each of them has different fruit. Some of them, as you can see, one's got like a pink spindly kind of thing. One's got a big white one, blue dot in the middle. One's got like a hairy kind of coconut looking thing. One's got like these blue bananas. One's got these white puffs. One seems to have like green mushroom styled fruit. Another with purple with blue spikes coming out of it. And then one crisscrossed pink and purple. Each of the trees has lots of fruit on the tree, and a bunch has also fallen to the ground.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'm not gonna bite into them or anything, but I'd like to inspect the fruit. I've never seen fruit like this before.
Yeah, give me a nature check.
I didn't take nature.
Everyone has nature.
13.
13. It's a weird ass fruit. You kind of take a sniff. You don't get a big smell out of it. I assume you took one off the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get a real big smell out of it. Feels, like if you really squeezed it, it would break. Feels ripe. I'll give it the texture. Actually, specifically, which one did you pick?
This one.
Cool. Yeah. So it's like I kind of got some weird kind of little leafy tendrils coming off of it. I feel like if you really squeezed it, it would give way.
Okay. Now, I do have a question. This little thing right here, is that a
Yeah.
statue or
Those are actually just some
altar?
sacks. If you look, those are just some sacks of fruit.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
My bad. I
okay.
thought it was like some sort of altar to offer or something.
No, I'm pretty sure those are just several bags.
Okay.
Damn, never fails. Y'all notice the set dressings. Can't just go making maps all willy-nilly with you guys.
Quiet, Charles.
These fruits are awfully weird. I don't know if they're edible. I hope no one's hungry.
Very cool. Elvis, you were checking out the cottage, correct?
So I didn't, I hadn't clicked on Owlbear for a while, so I had this image in my head. I'm just looking for signs of any movement in the cottage. I'm also looking into this little opening in the fence here and seeing if there's anything going on over there.
Sorry, which
and
little
I'm doing this
in the
as
fence?
stealthily as I can. So I'm looking over here.
Right there? Cool.
And I'm looking in the windows.
All right. So, looking in the windows, you see just exactly what you would expect to see. You kind of peek in. You see like a little table with 2 chairs on it, cupboard, small stove, the exact dressings you would expect to see when you were peering through a wee cottage. You do notice this big sign that says "Caution, Watering." And then as you pass by, garden just seems to be a semi cared for vegetable patch.
All right. I'll make my way to the front door and wait for the rest of the party to decide what they're doing.
Very cool. Guh, you check out the tree you came through. It looks absolutely nothing like the other tree. And other than it being a little spooky and having a portal wedged in it, it does just seem to be a regular old tree.
Is it dead?
It's the only thing in here that's... Yeah, it's actually the only thing here that's dead. Which in... actually, give me an insight check. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He's just trying to make heads or tails of all the different spell or all the different clues that they got from the other room and thinking about what to water. But that's a dirty 20 on insight.
Dirty 20? Cool. You get the idea that this tree is mismatched enough that it gives you the impression is separate from the challenge in front of you, as opposed to something that's meant to stand out.
Got it. This tree is dead. No sense in watering. We'll come take a look at the fruit Mirabelle's checking out.
Very cool. Zorrinn, you lowered the bucket in water, or into the well, rather. You lower it down, and it has a little bit of give, and you see the bucket kind of tilt as it hits the top of the water, kind of fill up a tiny bit, but the water, it's a wooden bucket going into the water, so it kind of floats, but you do manage to get a couple inches of water in it, and you can pull that up if you like.
Yeah, and I'm gonna transfer it into the pail and announce to my group, I've got the water for when we figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I would join my friends on the path to the cottage.
Very cool. Yeah.
I have my fruit in this weird fruit in my hand, and I
Mhm.
have my old trusty dagger, and I'd like to cut the fruit open.
Sure. You cut it open. It is the flesh inside is like bright yellow, like a mango.
I'm gonna sniff it.
So not much of a scent. Little bit. Yeah, I'll give you like the faint. It's got a like a saccharine kind of smell to it. Like you can smell some sweetness off it, but it's not a very bold flavor or bold scent rather.
Okay. All right. Probably shouldn't, but I guess I'm gonna try and lick it.
Cool. You lick it and you get a strange, like it's a bad texture. It's a bad flavor. It tastes like ash, really. It tastes almost like nothing.
Oh, this is not as sweet as it smells, guys. My first instinct was right. Don't eat the fruit.
Well, don't eat that fruit.
Oh, I guess I can cut open a couple more.
Remember, we're here for a key and watering.
Okay. Well,
I guess we shouldn't water trees, but maybe their fruits hold clues. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Just be very careful.
we might have to water, but that sign says caution when watering.
I'm wondering about that. Is it because there's hidden dangers in the garden, or he's gonna start sniffing the water, just get out, maybe we're not meant to use this water.
As Zorrinn is sniffing the water, is going to start sniffing the other fruit.
Cool.
Just kind of going like a hound dog on the floor, just sniffing around.
Yeah. I'll say, yeah. None of them have, as you sniff around, none of the fruit on the ground has much of to it.
Is this thing over here a fruit, or just background?
That
image?
Actually, if you zoom right in, that is a teeny tiny garden that, have no idea how it got. Yep, that would be a farm from a landscape setting.
That one got shrunk the same time the gnome
Yep,
got shrunk.
that would be a wayward stamp.
I love it. I love it. And thanks for
No,
finding.
you know what? You
I'm gonna
zoom
call-
in, that is a teeny tiny garden. Within that teeny tiny garden, two mice, each wearing large straw hats with hoes, tilling the tiniest little field.
Eagle Eye Eyva.
I mean,
you can't
let's
do any
not be
mistakes on your
derogatory
house.
towards the women mice doing their labor.
And are these
Wow.
mushrooms over here by this tree, DM?
Yeah. They match the mushrooms growing out of the top of the tree.
Yeah, is very interested in the fungus.
Mm-hmm.
We'll try those out, see if they taste like ash.
Cool. Taking the ones off the ground.
There's a little bit of an expert here. Yeah.
Yeah. Take the ones, you take a bite, the ones off the ground, ashy. No good.
And we'll climb the tree, because the mushrooms have definitely called him up there. And do the mushrooms smell different that are on the tree?
A little bit. They do smell a little more peaty.
They smell more peaty. Can I pick one?
Yeah.
How does peat smell?
Like old earth.
That's actually a good description.
I'm looking into the first floor of this building, by the way.
You're like in the first floor of the building?
Yeah, through the side window, if I may.
Yeah, you see a little bedroom, bed the size of, say, like a gnome. Little single candle on a nightstand with a book next to it. You can't make out the title. Actually, give me a perception check.
Natural one. That's an 8.
Yeah, it's written in a language you don't understand.
Is the candle lit?
It is not.
Very well.
And it's actually brand new.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Gut, you've plucked you've plucked the mushroom.
Well, I've looked for permission from Mirabelle, perhaps, and Zorrinn, and not really getting much. We'll take out their herbalism kit, actually, and try to manipulate and see why it smells better than the stuff that's on the ground.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check and add your proficiency to it.
All right.
I feel like Zorrinn would get used to God climbing everywhere all the time doing his thing, so he probably just gave a curt nod.
That's a 20.
Without
That's
even
a
looking.
22 with the proficiency. Are we at a 2
With
proficiency? Oh, we're at a 4. That's a 24, actually.
Oh, I thought we were only at 3. My bad.
Sure. Yeah, looking at it, I guess what are you trying to determine?
Never seen mushrooms grow on trees before, so that's unusual. I suppose herbalism kits are to find out if they have any medicinal purposes, if they're
Sure.
Yeah, it could be made into a tincture. Or, just trying to figure out what these
You
are.
don't recognize this specific mushroom. And again, you're just analyzing it, correct? So, or have you plucked it?
At this point, I think they've, if nothing conclusive has come from it, yes. Gonna pop off a mushroom.
You pluck it, and this bit of smell that it had instantly fades. And even if you took a little nibble.
Yeah, I'll taste it.
Yep.
Ash.
Terrible.
Throws the
Utterly
mushroom.
disappointing.
Just throws the mushroom on the ground. It's good. Not a good farm for fruitarians.
Melvis.
Perhaps if you ate it when it was still on the tree.
Well, at this point, I would like to stand up straight and stop my sneaking about, and I'm going to knock 3 times firmly on the door. Say, hello, to the owner of this garden, if you would be so kind as to come to the door.
You receive no response.
Right, please don't be frightened. I am unsure if there's anyone home, but sent on behalf of Harrison, and I'm going to inspect the door for mundane traps.
Sure. You look at the door. It is. You see no mundane traps. You see what appears to be a normal lock.
Does it appear to be engaged? Can I try?
You jiggle the handle, and it is indeed locked.
Very well. I'll just step away from the door. We're not meant to be picking locks, apparently. So, is this window also locked?
It is indeed.
All right.
Lo will hesitate
Find a key.
as they're about to bite the mushroom. They'll hesitate because their attention is drawn to this haystack. DM, is there any evidence of animals on this farm?
You don't see any animals on this farm.
Lo
Just
will
the 2
head
mice.
over to the
Just those 2
haystack.
little mice.
Oh yeah, just the 2 little mice. Thank you.
Yeah, just the 2 little mice.
Lo will
I
head.
need that much hay.
Yeah, Lo will head over to the haystack and look up at it and say, finding a needle in a haystack is an old saying, but I don't want to search it. Can I light it on fire?" And looks up at the
Well.
haystack.
Isn't flammable, then yes.
It sounds dangerous nearby the hut, which is also made of hay. We don't want to go burning somebody's home.
The cottage is made of lumber.
Yeah, but there's a hut.
It is more of a set piece than someone's house.
Oh yeah, no, that's the haystack. That's all haystack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what haystacks look like.
We'll light it on fire if nobody stops him.
Not opposed, no.
In a amazingly short amount of time, a bonfire is now roaring. Takes about 2 or 3 minutes. Flankers fly off out into the fields. Big pillar of smoke rises. And after, I'll say, 3 or 4 minutes, all of the hay has burned away. And at where once it stood, you notice something metallic and about 3 feet long.
3 feet. That's as tall as it's as long as Grung is laying down. So they'll stand
Maybe
up
not 3
like,
feet. Let's change this. No, you know what? I'm wrong. Actually, we'll crowdsource this. You see what is obviously a short sword.
Oh. Grab the short sword and hold it up and check it for balance.
Yeah, as you shake it, despite just being in a fire, once you wipe away some of the ash, utterly unscathed.
Did you get all the hay in the cart as well?
I don't know, did I?
Did you dump it?
I mean,
Would you have half-assed this fire?
I'm like, no, I'm
Would
burning.
you have lit most of the hay on fire,
No,
Zim?
we'd light the whole damn thing on fire.
Yeah.
We'd light it all,
No,
yeah.
there's no more hay. Wait, hold on.
Uh,
I've got a thing for this.
do you?
Fla!
Awesome.
So Zorrinn is gonna take the sign. He's gonna be watering the few embers that are left from the bonfire around the garden.
I'm
Smokey
gonna
the
be
Bear
cautious about fire. Maybe that's what we needed to do.
Yep. But no, you seem to have found a small piercing weapon, Zim. You found a magical short sword.
He'll hand it out. He'll hand it around. Let everybody take a hold of it and see what they think.
I think that if we burn everything in this place, collect all the ashes together, and water them, we'll have succeeded.
Very practical.
You've noticed the 2 mice in their teeny tiny little garden have stopped working and are now fascinated with what you guys are doing. There's both fence.
It's great. The best.
But he wants. I can communicate with them.
The most important NPCs are the ones that just now arrived because we found an artifact on the map.
I mean, it's there.
Does anybody take the short sword? Are they just not interested?
Oh, I'll certainly have a look.
I would prefer a dagger, if at all. So I'm
Cool.
not.
Yeah, let me know who takes it, and I'll add it to your inventory.
Depending on what it is, if God is not gonna use it, I might actually use it for some fights.
Well,
Where
I
magical weapons
certainly
would
wouldn't
be-
have a use for it. I have a rapier myself, so I just wanted to see what fine workmanship it was.
Seems to be exceptional.
Seems like an exceptional sword.
I
Very
can.
well then.
I can use it, or you can use it. Zorrinn?
Wow, so
It's
it's a
probably-
thing.
It's probably best on you, Ka.
What kind of weapon are you using right now? Sorry if I have to ask.
Longsword.
Okay, so we use the same right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's wait and see. I guess you would have priority. You're the one who found it.
I have room in my belt, but if you want it, just say the word.
It's all yours. This is the sword that was given to me by my parents. It has sentimental value, and I can make it magical.
I'll take the plus
Okay.
one and
Belongs so nicely.
and
If
start
you refresh your page, you should have your new sword equipped.
Thank you,
Short
Jen.
sword would actually be kind of nice. Unfortunately, it's not a simple weapon.
Hmm.
Wow.
I'm going to dump out all of these fruit bags and see if there's anything in those.
Cool. You dump out. There's an assortment of the fruit you see surrounding you.
Why would someone be collecting ashen fruit.
There might
Give
be
me
a
an
use.
investigation check.
Well, team.
16. Yeah, you notice, all the fruit pretty dry, pretty ashen, unseemly. Yeah, real lack of moisture in any of them.
Is it a variety of all 8 fruits?
It is not. There are 2 not present. You'll notice that within the bags, there are none of the blue banana-looking guys, and there are none of the purple and pink guys.
Yet there is dead fruit on the ground beneath each of these trees.
Yes.
I'll go see if there's anything special about these fallen, and then the ones on the tree, purple and pink.
You don't notice anything special about them, no. But you do kind of notice that those 2 trees, more so than the other one, seem to be a little more yellowed in the leaves.
Yellowed in the leaves.
Almost as if the trees were a little thirsty.
Yes. Well, we haven't found a key. We haven't found the thing to water. But there's 2 trees that are thirstier than the others, and who knows? Maybe we even have to water the well. This is stumping me.
Are there, I see crates and barrels just kind of around the house. Are any of them full of water, DM?
This one right here is.
Lo will hop inside. He likes to swim.
Nice. As you hop inside, you notice that at the bottom of the barrel, there's some color.
He'll go for a swim.
Pink and purple.
He goes ass up, down, and just swims
right
down
at the bottom in a crisscross pattern.
Yeah, his feet are just flopping out the top. Yeah.
You guys just see 2 little froggy feet kicking out.
Yeah.
I'll help them out.
It's like synchronized swimming, but for one.
Yeah, underwater I'm doing
solo synchronized swimming.
just looks like someone's having a conniption while they're swimming. That's what that looks like.
Yep.
What do I find at the bottom that's colorful?
Yeah, you see that the bottom of the barrel is painted with a pink and purple crisscross pattern. That is reminiscent.
They'll pop their head out. Thank you, Elvis. Do you see anything purple and pink? There's color on the bottom of the barrel.
It explains what they were using the fruit from that tree for. I wonder, Zorrinn, there was some kind of color at the bottom of the well.
There was a pattern at the bottom of the well, so maybe we have to use the right kind of water for the right kind of tree.
I'll go and check out the well, looking down at the bottom of it.
Yeah. Do you have any sort of light source?
I have dark vision.
Ha!
Still.
And
Dark vision doesn't see color though.
Yeah. So you notice the bottom of the well is gray.
Oh, I thought it was just simply shadowed.
What are you doing, Mirabelle?
Dark vision just shows you shades of gray.
No, I thought when you described it to Zorrinn, it was in shadow, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a light?
I would like to pick up a rock. Is
Sure.
there any rocks here?
Of course there's rocks.
Probably
That's going to be where I go as a DM. No, there's no... They spend every Sunday picking stones. They pay for picking stones.
So
Gotta
maybe
use a fruit.
like a 5-inch stone, maybe.
Sure. Well, there's no 5-inch ones.
Now
There's
you're
a 4-inch
pushing
one and a 9-inch.
You're pushing it now.
Oh, I would totally go with the 9-incher,
Cool. Who wouldn't?
and I
That's what she
will cast light on it and
Uh-huh.
chuck it down the well.
You drop it down the well. It splashes into the water, sinks 1 foot very quickly, and then the next 5 feet that it sinks, it takes a very long time to get down through. But
But
it
we-
does eventually work its way down to the bottom, and you notice a bluish hue.
Woohoo! That worked!
Looks like the water in the well is painted by the blue flower. Is this a figurative key, perhaps? I'll ask the group.
Maybe if we put the blue water on the blue fruit.
It seems obvious.
I believe you're right. Let's deal with the consequences as they come.
Is a bit, proficient in various waters and different climates. They're what you might call an aficionado of submersion. Would you say that water, the way that rock sank, was irregular for what would be normal water, DM?
Oh, I mean, definitely. It sunk very fast for 1 foot, and then very slowly for 5 feet.
Like it's thick or viscous, or maybe.
Yeah.
We should be cautious about that.
What's an inconspicuous synonym for viscous? I don't know. Zim? I don't know.
Oil?
Yeah, seems real oily.
Will not jump down into the well.
What?
And
Give me one good reason. What? My immersion.
I'll chuck him in the water.
Give me
And-
a wisdom's check. You jump in anyway. Yeah, you smell shenanigans down there. Yeah, God knows traps.
They'll, I guess, roll, like, how you not wheel a barrel, but you kind of like walk a barrel like that, because it seems it's about as big as he is.
I will just gently remind you that Zorrinn did find a watering can.
Oh, he's got a watering can. Good. All right.
Yeah.
So he starts
before you move
blue water.
the barrel that's bigger than you.
No, after they start moving the barrel, then they realize, they've got a watering
Give
can.
me a strength check. Guh.
Okay. All right,
Yeah, athletics. You can do athletics.
Oh, okay. Then that'd be a +5 onto this. That's a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you move it a solid 5 feet easily. Kind of stretch. You gotta stretch your back again.
And then Zorrinn is like,
The
here,
barrel's now
use this.
here.
Thank you. And we'll take some water, and we'll skip on over, being so happy, and just start
It's
pouring water.
mixed water now.
And just
Careful.
start
No.
pouring water on the purple and pink tree.
Excellent. You water that tree. The tree starts to shake. The branches kind of lower, one reaching out towards you, and it kind of taps you gently on the head as a face appears in the tree. Did that token pop up? Yeah.
It did.
That tree looks like it's in a lot of pain.
It's a Monty Python impression.
Yeah.
Actually, Dudley the Dragon, if you'll remember. That's Mr. Crabapple from Dragon. Oscar winner. Long Green.
Awesome.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
All I heard was, "Oh, thanks, man."
Oh, thanks, man. I was really parched. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for
I know
you
the
quenched my
feeling.
thirst there, man.
I know the feeling. And
Yeah, nothing worse than being dry. Like those. I hope those other guys didn't give you any shit, did they?
Other guys?
Oh no. Well, then yeah, you're fine. Hey, man, I appreciate it a lot. He kind of shakes, and you see one of these kind of pink and purple fruits kind of bounce down, bounces off one of his branches, another one, and lands right in your hand. There you go, man. That one's on me. Have a bite.
It's not on you anymore. It takes a big old bite.
You take a bite. Now, you're a grung. You don't have teeth, right?
No.
Cool. So yeah, so you do bite it. It bites, but you don't chip anything. But something's real hard right in the center of it. You must have hit your feet or something. And you pull it out and you see this little piece of metal, and you have found a key.
We'll look at everybody and hold the key up like they're going to swallow it.
We'll get it out no matter what.
It's rude not to finish the whole meal.
We'll put it in his mouth and just kind of like lick off all the extra juice in that. clean it,
Well.
and toss it.
You keep it.
And then
You
toss
keep
it. Toss it to I think Elvis is walking toward him, and toss it over to Elvis. It's definitely got frog slobber on it as he does so. And we'll finish the fruit.
Awesome.
Name's what's your name, sir?
My name is John Berkeley.
This is my friend Elvis. That's Mirabelle and Zorrinn. Elvis.
Pleasure to meet you guys.
Pleasure to meet you, John Barkley.
There's your key,
So, yeah.
Elvis.
I appreciate the gesture. I wipe it off on the grass.
There's oil in the well. Are we supposed to give oil to the other tree?
Oh, no, that's Cubert. He lives in the well.
Gelatinous cube,
Hubert.
He prefers viscous cube.
of course.
But yeah,
I don't suppose Cubert is willing to give up some of his water.
I mean, he doesn't really defend it.
Very well. Thank you again.
No problem, man.
Yeah, Zorrinn was about to go to the well because he's been there before. He's not scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ready my musket and just say, "Go ahead, Jordan."
I go ahead and do it again, lowering the bucket into the well.
Yeah, cool. You managed to get another little bit of water off the cube.
Oh, that's enough for the blue guy. And I'm gonna, hey, shoot with the pail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. You can load her up in the pail.
So let's go and water that guy.
All right.
Awesome. Yeah, you water him. The thing starts to shake, and hey, man, I'm not thirsty. Quit getting me wet. Fuck you. And the tree springs to life and attacks you, Zorrinn. Everybody roll initiative.
Nice. I was trying to be a nice guy.
Fuck you! It's just like so angry.
What the hell? You already have the key. What the hell are you bothering me for? Dick?
God damn it.
Oh, it's great, man. It's great.
Oh, yeah. And you lost it.
Be careful.
That's we gotta be missing something.
I just wanted to meet another nice.
Give me 2 seconds to make an encounter here. And save. Oh, that's too funny. Cool. Would you guys mind calling your initiatives?
9.
2 for Zorrinn.
Awesome. Go.
22.
Cool.
And 24
Manga.
for
24. Awesome. And let's roll that initiative and we start. Go! You're up first.
Is there any?
You see that this. What actually happened? This tree kind of shook. The trunk, a big section of the trunk, popped out. Sprung arms, legs, a shield, and a little club. And it has humped. And it looks really mad. Go ahead.
Well, we'll walk on up, and they're still playing around with this short sword, so they're gonna try stabbing it with the short sword.
Go ahead.
That's a 28.
28 absolutely hits.
All right, to hit, and that's gonna deal 9 damage.
Uh-huh.
And they feel pretty satisfied with that, and so they hop around over here and they stab it again with the same sword, and this time that's a 26 to hit.
Super
All
duper
right.
hits.
Yeah.
You guys are good at this.
11 damage.
11 more damage.
And then they don't want it hurting any of their friends, so they're going to spend a key point and do a flurry of blows.
I will mention to you
Oh, yeah.
very briefly As you are stabbing it, you notice that stabbing the tree, not the most effective way to hurt it you've ever discovered, but it does still do damage.
They're smelling the embers of the fire back behind him and wondering if they need to torch this thing, but hopefully not, because it's someone else's tree technically. So they're going to try kicking and see if that helps.
Go for it.
First kick is a 22.
That's gonna hit.
Key point stunning strike.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. What is... Don't tell me. I wrote it down, so I didn't need to ask. 14. That's a con save, correct?
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, you do not stun the tree.
Okay. That was my first kick. And then also, because I have poisonous skin, I think if it is capable of being poisoned, it needs to make another Constitution saving throw. DC is 12.
It does indeed.
To avoid being
it passes that one as well.
Okay, then my last unarmed attack, unarmed strike, I should say. There you go. Whack. 19.
19 hits.
All right. And stunning strike and poison. So 2 poisons. 14.
It does, Pat. It beats the stunning strike. And it exactly matches the poison.
All right, that's going to end it.
Meets it, beats it.
That's it.
Damage on that last one was 9?
Yeah, 9 points bludgeoning.
You find bludgeoning damage also not super effective versus a tree.
Noted.
But you still did a good chunk of damage to it. Elvis, that's your turn.
How's the tree looking at this point?
Perturbed.
Very well.
Yeah, a couple chunks of bark flew off. Got 2 holes in it with a little bit of sap leaking out.
And I will back to about 40 feet. And I'm going to pull out cock my musket and fire.
Shoot away.
20 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
I will mark this with a favored foe.
Sounds fun.
So, that and that is 19 points of damage on the
Heck
first.
yeah. And piercing damage?
That is piercing, yes.
Cool. Again, you find less than fully effective.
That's alright. I like that so much. I'm going to do it again, as this is my Dread Ambusher attack.
Love it.
This one I am going to do a sharpshooter attack.
Okay.
And I will
18 exactly
try that
hits.
Yeah. That's a 13 though.
13 misses by a mystery number.
Yep. Well, I missed my extra attack as normal. 27 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Darn. I'm going to go ahead and roll that, and my Dread Ambusher is a 6, so that is 22 points of damage on that hit.
Hell yeah. This tree is looking sapped,
All right.
which I assume is the plant version of bloodied.
I'm quite with that. That's my turn.
Very cool. That is going to be its turn. It uses... Let's see here. Let's read the rules so I'd make sure it is not magically into, out of... Yeah. It disappears into the tree behind it, reappears down here, and is going to go attack Elvish.
It's smart.
Using its tree stride
Precious.
ability. Like, hey man, guns are not cool. Don't go shooting trees. What the hell? It's going to make 2 club attacks against you. The first one is lined up terribly. First one is a, god damn it, 11 to hit.
No.
But the
I dodged
second
this
one, Elvis, the second one, yay, is a 24 to hit.
I dodge straight into its second club.
Amazing. Need to get out the right die. Get out the right die. How's that for some ASMR? You're hit for a whopping. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, it's not. It's okay. Maybe it's not
I'm not.
whopping. Maybe it's not whopping. 12 points of damage.
Ah!
In another world, you guys brute force watering the trees, and there's a bunch of these guys. And that's a more fun encounter. That's the end of his turn. Mirabelle, that's gonna be you.
Oh, I see you. You don't like guns. How do you feel about this? As I firebolt.
Careful where you're shooting, Mirabelle.
Awesome.
Damn.
A 12 unfortunately misses. You shoot, and you see the tree that you came in on bursts into flames.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to almost hit you. My bad.
Oh, you didn't mean to almost hit me? That's nice. It
No,
just
no.
went off?
No, I was talking at Elvis.
Oh, well, then screw you then.
I didn't mean to hit you either.
Oh, you're just throwing fire around all willy-nilly? That's really pissed.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's try something a little bit smaller next.
Don't apologize. he's
Only
an
you
asshole.
can prevent forest fires.
No, kill him too.
All right. So I'm gonna cast my my weapon, my spiritual weapon, right there next
Absolutely.
to the tree.
Dope as hell.
Put
Go ahead
that-
and make your
Put
attack.
that right there. Action. That should hit.
19 does hit, and force damage works.
13.
Hell yeah. Super cool.
And that's, I'm actually gonna move up a little bit. So.
All right. Zorrinn, that's going to be you.
Zorrinn is gonna undo his fly and start pissing on the. No, okay, I'm kidding. But that guy did fucking leave, so I have to dash to get to this guy, I'm sure. So as I'm dashing towards him, I'm like,
Leave my friend alone. I'm the one who watered you.
and that's it.
That's
okay.
29 feet.
Only 29. Okay.
Yeah, it looks so much bigger.
All right, I'm gonna attack. Then I don't mind being inefficient with normal attacks. So that's a 19.
As I mentioned at the top, I'm being real loosey-goosey with distance.
Mhm.
And I'll let you know when we're on a map where it's very important.
I just didn't find the measuring tool and didn't really look for
Nope.
it either. So
Totally fine. Makes sense. I figured it was a dash too, but any excuse for you to get to play instead of dash is more
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I'm assuming 19s
A 19 does hit. 12 slashing damage, I assume.
and then 7 the previous one. Yes.
12.
Slashing damage.
This thing is on death's door. You lumberjack into it. Your slashing damage has full effect. 2 huge chunks come out of your lumberjack challenge. And anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's all.
Beautiful. Back to the top.
Is gonna try to get there too. Can they? They got 35 feet of movement.
Yeah, you're a monk. You can run real fast.
Yeah, they're gonna run right on over. And they're gonna say, remember everyone, collateral damages. We've gotten in trouble with collateral damage in the past. Maybe disable this tree rather than cut it up to bits. I know it's ironic that they're saying that.
I'm gonna crush you.
After lighting the haystack on fire, but it's gonna.
I'm gonna turn you into manure. and then eat you again.
Ew.
Is a considerate person. He's just quirky a little bit.
Ha.
All right. They
This
still,
is gonna be you go.
yeah, they're gonna be smacking the short sword like sideways since it's not. Can they do
Okay.
that instead of trying to pierce? Just try to be non-lethal about it.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. It's gonna be a 26 to hit.
26 does indeed hit.
All right. They're gonna smear the next one across their armpit and imbue it with poison. The next attack. So it's 9. Oh.
Yep. As you do that 9, you smack it sideways.
Yeah.
And the huge chunk, the wedge that Zorrinn has taken out of it,
Yeah.
you just kind of tap it on the other side. He kind of rears back to hit Zorrinn with the club, but just kind of bisects
Oh.
and timbers and is no more.
Good job, you killed it.
Oops.
You see that that was just seemed to just be one chunk of this tree over here, and the tree itself is still okay. But you are out of combat.
Waters again.
You water it again.
I wonder what would happen.
We're not supposed to water stuff, but
Go for it, I dare you.
that tree's on fire. Should we do something about that or escape before the forest lights on fire?
Well, I'm not looking to go back, are you?
The keys for the door.
Yes. I believe it is. I'll take out the key, see if it works.
I'm just making like the walk away from the explosion move
Nice.
for a child.
There's fire all over this farm at this
Yeah.
point, guys. Like we've.
You, Elvis, you put the key in. As soon as you twist it, fades away into a portal and shloop, sucks you through, yanking you from behind your belly button.
I hate that.
Ooh.
I'll yell a parting goodbye to the tree that we're leaving in the inferno.
Oh, later, guys. Thanks for coming by.
Enjoy.
Bye!
It's like,
You are shlooped.
I just imagine like tree parts like falling over, haze on fire, just like black smoke in the middle of this otherwise pristine farm. Yes.
How are we doing on time, gang? Am I correct in that's about it? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that's
we
about it.
Okay,
we've reached
cool.
the end of our first
as you
session.
guys get sucked through that portal onto your next room, that's where we're going to end our session, guys. Thanks so much.
GG!
Oh, I
Thanks, thanks.
might have aptly named us the Berglade of Destruction.
Love it.
Thank you so much, Nick. That was a blast, man. Looking forward to
I
our
hope you're
next
having fun.
session.
Oh,
Are we
I had a lot.
are we a week off now? Is that right? Are we going to be back in 2?
I think there were 2 people who voted down next
Yeah,
I did
29.
plan something because
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back in
Cool.
2 weeks on June 5th. So yeah, let's end it there.
Oh, well, if it's going to be that long, here's the preview.
Uh-oh.
Oh, previous.
4 doors! Yay!
Oh.
Oh, the fishies.
It's making the happy, that's for sure.
Yeah,
There
tricky
we go.
sharks,
And
don't
that's-
touch the orbs.
this is
I
nothing.
think. Tricky sharks, something like that.
Oh, this is not what we're supposed to see?
No, well, the first one was, but then I didn't want to give it to you for too long. So
Oh,
I
gotcha.
got rid of it.
Cool.
This
All
just
right.
seems to be some wooden thing I've driven on.
Pushing the button. Boop. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.